All right, so it's 2019, Labor Day weekend. I'm playing mass with Rama J. Shout out to them. And my weekend was just so stressful. Like, if you've ever played mass, you know that the moments leading up to playing mass, stressful most of the time. So the night before, I got no sleep. And then I had to be at my makeup artist at 6. So if you know me, when I lived in Brooklyn a couple years ago, I was not a fan of MTA. I'm still not, but I'd be excited to get on MTA now because it's been a while. But I was never a fan of MTA, and I started biking because in my head as a New Yorker, it's insane to own a car. It's like insane. So little old me, 5:30 in the morning, biking from East New York to Bed-Stuy to get to my makeup artist. After the makeup appointment, I rode my bike back to my grandfather's house, and by then my friend was already there. She was in her costume, and we were just like, okay, we're ready to go. We got our pictures taken, and when I tell you, them pictures came out so good. Them pictures came out so good. And I'm glad she got before and after pictures, because if you see me before and then you see me after, it's like, it's no way that's the same person. It can't be. So that was the day I tried Douce for the first and the last time. I don't think I've had Douce since 2019. We did so much walking that day. We started walking from St. Mark's and Eastern Parkway down to Lincoln Terrace Park, like at the very bottom of the park near East New York Avenue. We pretty much walked to like Saratoga by the 3 line and then had to walk all the way back up. Mind you, like around 7, 8 a.m., it started pouring. So now my feathers are destroyed, okay? My makeup is non-existent, and I'm just like, at this point, I'm pretty much a gremlin. Like, I'm upset. It's ruined. The rain eventually stopped. The parade continued on. We made the best of it. I'm still drinking. It's no longer raining. It's actually getting hot. I still have no food in my system. And now we're on Eastern Parkway. We passed Utica. We passed Kingston. We get to like around the Franklin area, the Franklin Avenue area, and we run into one of our friends, and now we're just like, oh yeah, it's extra lit. It's extra lit. So we having a good time. We're having a great time. I ain't gonna lie, I was still mad. I was still mad that I looked a hot ass mess. Like, I looked a hot ass mess. Paid money to look a hot ass mess. That rain did me filthy. It really did. But like I said, I was gonna make the best of it. I was gonna make sure that I had fun. Me and my friend, we put so much energy into going onto the parkway to have fun that year, so we were definitely gonna have fun. After Franklin, that's when things started to turn into a blur, because I don't remember what happened after we crossed the stage. Like, I do not recall at all. It's a blur. I remember feeling tired, and that's natural because, like I said, I didn't get any sleep last night. I only had liquor in my system. Of course I'm gonna be tired, and all the walking that I did, I'm tired. So I get to the library, I get to the steps, and I just lay down. I laid down, and one thing about me, I'm asleep, and I'm gonna worry about the consequences later. Like, if I fall asleep on the kitchen counter, leave me there, because I'll wake up the next day and I'll figure it out. But now I'm asleep at the library on the steps outside. Mind you, the parade is still going on. That's the crazy part. The parade is still going on. I get woken up by a police officer. He's like, ma'am, you cannot sleep here. You have to get up. I'm like, please leave me alone. All I want to do is sleep. Just leave me alone. And like I said, if you know me, once I fall asleep, bro, just leave me be. But he was not trying to leave me alone. He was like, ma'am, you have to get up. I'm like, my uncle is a police officer. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. He's like, ma'am, if you stay here, I have to take you to the hospital. I never woke up out my sleep so fast. I was like, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out. I got up. I assessed my environment. Like, I made sure, like, I knew my surroundings. And I'm like, okay. So here's the crazy part. My fanny pack that I had on me all day with my money, my cards, my cell phone, my keys, gone. So I'm like, okay, I know where I am. I'm still at the parade. The parade is still going on. I'm outside. The sun is still out. I leave the library, and instead of walking down Eastern Parkway, because like I said, the parade was still happening and I just didn't want to be interacting with anybody, I walk up to St. John's and I walk straight down St. John's, past Franklin, past Nostrand, past Bedford, past Utica, past Ralph and everything. Like, when I tell you I did so much damn walking that day, like, I'm gonna calculate the miles that I walked. Like, I definitely put some mileage on my feet that day because I did a lot of walking. I went home, like I said, I want to sleep. I'll deal with the consequences later. I went home, showered. Bro, nothing from my costume survived. The feathers, the pieces, the bottoms, you know what? The bralette. The bralette is the only thing that survived. I showered, got right in the bed. I ain't asked no questions. I ain't want nobody talking to me. I just wanted to go to sleep. I think my mother came in a couple hours later, and I think by then my friends finally told her, like, hey, we can't find Star. Star is missing. We lost Star. And she came home like, Star's in the bed. That's what happened, right? Yeah, like
she was mad.
My mother was mad?
Yeah, she was mad because she kept calling. She's like, call Star. Call Star. She don't answer her phone. She don't answer her phone. Where is she?
But my mother's always mad, so I don't think that count. That lady always mad.
And when you did come home, I did call her, and she was just like, "What's she doing? What do you mean she's in the house?" I'm like, "She's in the shower."
She came home, and I know now that I think about it, I know she was mad, but it's just like, girl, I'm trying to sleep. So the next day I wake up and I'm like, damn, where is my phone? ID, everything gone, missing. I reach out to my friends on Facebook. I'm like, bro, what the hell happened? And to this day, they will not let me live it down, as they shouldn't, because if I was them, I would be mad at me. I laugh about it because I'm like, yo, it's not even nothing to be laughing about. Because when I think about it, when my friend told me this, she said that one of the judges at the Labor Day parade found my fanny pack, and that's who gave it back to her. She was like, okay, did you see the girl that was wearing it? And the judge told her no. Inside my fanny pack was my phone, all of my cash, my cards, my keys, ID, all of that. All of my stuff was still in my fanny pack. And I feel like on top of me getting back home safely, I ain't gonna lie, it was this one weird old man harassing me. But other than that, like, I was pretty much safe walking down St. John's, half naked, costume looked destroyed, and had nobody bothering me because people know what's going on. It's Labor Day. On top of, my safety, all of my stuff was still intact. Like, I strongly believe God was on my side that day, because it's not too often you get your stuff back and you still got your cash. Like, you could probably get your stuff back, but I remember one time I lost my wallet. The person who found my wallet tried to buy 3 unlimited monthly Metro cards with my debit card. I was like, well, damn. So, like I said, it was a huge blessing to get my bag back and everything still be in my bag. I was blessed enough for my friend to be like, all right, well, I work tomorrow. After work, I could come and drop your stuff off to you. And that's what happened. And I listened to my friend for like, I want to say a good 15-20 minutes of her telling me how scared she was because she thought she lost me. Like, how do you lose a whole human being? I was like, I don't know, girl. I was lit.
That reminds me of that time in high school where you had mommy on a runaround when she was calling people. And I think think you was with?
We not gonna talk about that. We not gonna talk about that. Oh my God.
And mom said the same thing. How do you lose a whole human being? Because nobody knew where you were.
Was this my senior year?
Mm-hmm.
We not gonna talk about that. And this video is coming to a close. So I only had Douce and Teleport in my system. No food, no water. I was just a hot mess, sleep on them steps at that library. And I feel like I would do it again. Well, let me be more clear. I wouldn't do it again and like end up asleep on the steps. I would do Labor Day over again and not be like trying to leave my house dumb early, because me trying to leave my house and this is why I be late. Because I feel like every time I'm on time, it be some nonsense to happen. The one time that I'm on time for something, it rains on me, like rains.
Yeah, first of all, mom was mad because she was originally like, we're not gonna walk with you, but we wanted to make sure that you got there safely, and
we walked the whole entire way.
We ended up getting caught, and remember we was by that Jamaican restaurant. We was underneath the hood.
I didn't forget it.
Somebody had to pee.
It was me. I had to pee,
and everybody had to pee.
We huddled. No, that day was a trip.
Bro,
that
was
day
in my pajamas.
was a trip. Yes, my friend, my mom, my sister had to huddle around me because I had to use the bathroom. That's one thing about me too. If I gotta use the bathroom, my kidneys and my bladder will not suffer. We are going to figure out how we can use the bathroom. We're gonna collectively figure out how we're gonna use broad daylight and everything. Oh, I'm gonna use the bathroom because that's not good. It's not good to hold your pee. But anyway, yes, that is how I ended up on the steps at the Brooklyn Public Library on Eastern Parkway, sleep on Labor Day in my costume, whatever was left of my costume. And like I said, I would do it all over again, just not the insanely drunk and sleeping on the steps part. So if there was a time you ever woke up in a weird space after a night of drinking, please share your story. This is a safe space. I promise, no judgment. As you can see, I have no room to judge. This is just, matter of fact, and this is just one story. I have plenty, but we're not going to share that because we'd be here for eternity. But yeah, if you have any stories you want to share in the comments, like, go ahead. This is a safe space. Like this video, comment on this video, share with a friend, and don't
subscribe.
Yes, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys.